Sometime in your life, you just need like one person for cheer you on, just like one. And them not have to be like a full person. Them can be like a half a person. Friend, me say you are my emotional support. Honestly, me just need. Sometime in my life, I just need somebody for cheer you on. Hold on. Hey guys. Sometimes you don't even need like a whole person to cheer you on. You just need like a half a person or a quarter person. Because I just don't know. Happy Saturday. Oh yes, it's Saturday. No, honestly, as long as you were over here, because normally we just talk on WhatsApp, and I'm like, but like, I just have so many fit. I wanted to go live, but I just never have nothing to talk about. But you just have like this little urge to go live. You know, no, like not like a pressure type of thing, but just. But then I was gonna send you a voice note talking about what I was actually gonna talk about. What am I say? This message is L for review. You want me to come? So the topic, sis. Let me tell you the topic, girl. The topic is. I don't know if it's a topic, but it's what's like at the top of my head right now. It's letting go and forgiveness. And like when you say letting go and forgiveness, dead with laugh, not that come. Yes, I can come, but I don't know if make it come. How do you come? I don't think this is it. This is turning off the camera. Letting go and forgiveness, right? I don't know if make it come. All right, then next time. So you know how sometimes like stuff, like what forgiveness is, right? Like we know that, like that's a like we know that like we unmiggle. We know what forgiveness is, and we understand like the whole concept of forgiveness, and we understand what it means to let go as well. But knowing doesn't make it easier. Like my personal experience, the awareness of stuff doesn't make it easier. It just gives you like the choice. Like now you actually have the choice because you know this. So you're either gonna choose to like not do it or do it. And like choosing to want to do it, like wanting to do it doesn't make it easier as well. Like it just does not. It don't matter like if you consider yourself spiritual, like if you consider yourself so connected and tapped in and turned on and tuned in, I promise you it does not make it easier. Okay? So if you hold yourself like, oh, I'm so spiritual, this is gonna be easy, I know how to forgive, good for you, right? That's nice. And if you know how to do it, like if you just have the natural ability and gift to forgive very easily, right? I'm so happy for you, right? Hi, I'm so happy for you. Like, congratulations, leave tips, let us know how you do it, right? But let me tell you something. There's this one person that I just like every time. I think this person is a trigger. Like she's a trigger for me, and it's good when you can recognize that they're triggers. Like this is a trigger for you, and I was just like so mad at this girl, right? And she didn't really do anything to me personally, but I in my little brain, I'm sorry, not my little brain, me in myself is like, your actions are affecting me, right? Like your actions are affecting me, and I'm pissed off about that. And because your actions are affecting me and I'm pissed off about that, I'm pissed off about you. Matter of fact, don't talk to me. Matter of fact, right? Don't call my name, right? And now I'm gonna like, now I'm gonna be mean, right? Now I'm just gonna be petty, like just petty, right? And you know how I know I'm not, you know better, I'm like, I don't care, right? Because you're pissing me off. You're really pissing me off. And because you're pissing me off, I can piss you off too. Two can play that game. But see, that's the truth is, the truth of the fact is, it's a game. And the truth is, it's okay for you to play the game as long as you need to play the game. But at some point in time, if you have the gift of awareness, you have to choose to stop playing the game. Otherwise, you're just going to keep playing the game. Nobody wins. There's just certain games that nobody wins. You understand? And this is one of those games. Like, nobody's going to win. We're just going to keep playing this game. And the ego is just going to keep telling you that, oh, you just hold your ground and you just let her know, right? Because we're going to get more points. You're not getting more points, right? That's not a real thing. It's not real points. It's pretend points. You're playing a game. But it's a good game. And that's fine. And I think you have to like give yourself time and grace. But when you get ready to like really move on and let go, you actually, what I do is I really do say, like I was in the kitchen and I was just like, okay, this is enough, right? Looking at it as a win or a loss is what keeps you in ego. Absolutely. Right? But see, the thing is, you know that. We know 100% that this is ego. Like, because the ego wants power. The ego wants, you can feel it. You're feeding the ego. Like, you're feeding, like, oh, yeah. You think you're better than me? Oh, so you think that. Oh, you don't know me, girl. Girl, you do not know me, okay? I will make your life a living hell. You don't. Oh, you trying to play with me? Oh. And then you just like try to validate everything that's happening. Oh, you think because I'm spiritual, baby, I will. Oh, 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 oh. Girl, you owe yourself to death. But the truth is, at some point you gotta move on, and this is like for real now, like for real. It's cool, play the game for however long you want to play, no judgment. I'm not judging myself, even though like I know I need to do something about it. And I was like, well, I definitely gonna not be judging myself. But then I'm really done, because the truth is you have to be done with it so you can move on. And, like I saw a reading last night, and in the reading, it was saying that the hangman was reversed, right? So the interpretation was you want the spiritual enlightenment, but you don't want but you don't want to do the work, right? And not doing the work keeps you stuck. It does. It's just like, it's just what it is. Like, it does keep you stuck, and it does hinder your soul from growing, and it does hinder that like expansion, and it does make you feel blocked, and it does make you feel disconnected because you're kind of like in a war. You're kind of like just here, and you're choosing to like go around in circles, and so you're just in this very small space when you could be in this very big expansive space. And as much as you be like stubborn and you be like, but I don't want to do it because she really pissed me off, at some point in time, baby, we just, unfortunately, we gotta like be like, okay, that's enough, right? So now I'm at the point where I'm like, that's enough. My nice Yeah, that's what the thing said. Girl, I'm at the point where I'm like, that's enough. And I wasn't scolding myself. I was just like, I'm really ready to just let this go. Like, to be honest, I've been wanting to let it go, but then she would just like do stuff, and then I'll just be pissed off all over again. But then she's not doing stuff to piss me off. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's not doing anything to piss me off. It's just me and my hurt self and my wounds and stuff that are triggered, and the illusion of it all that's making me see and perceive what I want to see. And it's so nice when you have the awareness that this is what's happening, right? But you still choose like left when you need to go right. So how I'm like rising above or trying to like really officially let this go from my spirit, from my soul, is number one, obviously I'm speaking out like very loudly that I'm ready to really release this from my spirit. I'm really ready to like move on, like I'm really, really done. And I think this is like me, like just speaking out and also letting my guides know, okay, I'm done throwing tantrums and I'm done like being stubborn, right? And I'm letting them know, and I'm letting that soul know as well, because I do say that intentionally, that I am sorry. And forgiveness is much, we know forgiveness is about like letting go, excuse me, choosing to let go, but then like meeting yourself with grace and saying, it's okay, you did really well, like you did really well. That was a lot for me. You know, I did feel hurt. My feelings are validated, and it's okay. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel upset. And so you don't shame yourself. You don't shame yourself at any point in time. And then you meet this person with, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, like, I apologize. I'm really sorry. You don't have to do it like physically either. I do it energetically. I do like, I prepare energetically. And it ripples through, you don't ever have to speak to the person again. That's cool. But it's the intention, and it's the intention, and also like how strong the intention is and how authentic the intention is. And honestly, I am ready. So I guess me talking about it is also helping me, because it's like I'm saying it out loud to the universe. I'm saying it out loud to my platform, that this little thing right here, it's over and it's finished, and I'm going to be taking like steps and actions to move in like a different direction. Um, yeah, forgiveness and letting go. Awareness doesn't make it like easier. It just gives you the choice, right? Shares and no takes you back. See, mine take it literally. He says that's enough. Dead in the show. Honestly, Sherman, Oracle Brown, that's enough, right? Honestly. So I guess if you are ever struggling with like a really tough situation where it's really hard, sometimes it's hard to deal with people, like honestly, like not even like trying to play victim or anything. Sometimes stuff happens in life and you just feel like, bro, what the hell? So give yourself grace, right? And give yourself time, but definitely don't let it consume you. Like, don't let it consume you, because then that can get very tricky. That can definitely get very tricky. Like, don't let it consume you to the point where you actually these thoughts start to become like really real, and you start to like really not like this person. You start to like send them hate, negative energy and stuff. Like, try not to get to that point, but if you do get to that point, definitely seek help, because that lowers your vibration and that affects you directly, right? So if you get to that point, like reach out for help in whatever way, like try to find out how to like shift the energy. And I hope it all works out. Right? Talk about the affirming calls we want to do. Speak life. Okay. So I haven't added that to the website as yet, but it's a session called Speak Life. And this session, like the idea of it came about when I was like at home one day and I was just feeling like I wish I had someone to like just talk some life into me. You know, like when you're having those really off days or off weeks or just like off time, and like my grandma would just call me and she's like, "Oh, what's up? You okay?" And then I'm from Jamaica, right? And then I'm just like, yeah, I'm okay, because then you're masking like the emotions and what you're really feeling, but then she sees or feels beyond that, and then she just starts to speak life into you, like, you don't have to worry about this, you know, she's like, God got you, and you are my granddaughter, and you are a child of God, and this doesn't last forever, and they're just like, what you call it, like they just speak life into you, and you just you start crying, and so you release, and they literally speak life into you, right? And so I was thinking about that when I was home one day, and I wish I had someone to just speak life into me. But you know, it's not like grandma's not calling me like every day, and I'm not calling her like every day. So I we're offering that as a service, because or gifts, you know, like these things, they birth from a place of desire and from a place of, I wish I had this, you know, like you could be a parent and you'd be like, oh, I wish I had like a toy that talks back to my child or tells my child how to write, and so you go and invent that. And so I wanted that, and I was like, I wish I had that. You know, we do have that, we can call siblings and stuff and just ask, like I'll ask, I'll be like, just speak life into me. But then not, people might not have people who they can call and be like, could you just speak some life into me? So it's nice to have it. It's like, here it is. So if you want it, you can get it, you can book that type of session. Speak life is speaking life into you. And as with every other service that we offer, they're all guided, and so it's not just random stuff. We're not just saying random stuff without the crack of four, you know. You're getting what the soul needs. Just like when my grandma calls, I remember the time I went to Devon House and Rosie was there, and I remember this was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I was like in a really rough spot, and I was in Charmaine's van, and I was like, universe, I need you to come down in human form and speak to me. That's the only way I'm listening, right? I don't want nobody tell me nothing. And we got out of the car, the van, and then the sun, it was really early, and then the sun started to shine down on her face, just like only her face and just that spot that we were standing in. And then she just started to speak life into me. I didn't say anything to her, I didn't tell her anything. I was just like, you know, she's like, oh, so what are you gonna do now? And I'm like, you know, I'm not sure, I might just do this. And then she's like, you know, I'm gonna tell you a story. And she told me a story, and the story was so fitting. And then she was just talking, but she was saying every single thing, excuse me, that I needed to hear, right? And I was like, I said earlier, universe, you need to come talk to me personally. And the universe presented itself in the form of Rosie, and she was just talking to me and telling me everything. She was like guided. She was just saying every single thing that I needed to hear. She was speaking life into my very being, right? So we're offering that as a service as well, right? The Speak Life session. Speak Life session, where we speak life into you when you feel a little bit at your wits end, baby. Right? Oh, you're from France. Hi. Hello from France. Hello from Jamaica to France. Right. So yeah. And you know what too? You know what next thing too is, you know what our next thing too is, guys? I noticed that, well, I think maybe you know this, but sometimes when you feel stuck, it's literally because there's something that needs to, well, for me, something needs to like be moved or pushed out the way. Do you know what I mean? There's something that you're holding on to that's like making you feel that way. You're not just stuck for, you just, you know, and maybe I shouldn't use the word stuck, but you just not just randomly feeling disconnected or just randomly feeling like, oh, I feel stagnant. Oh, see, the word that's used, stagnant, is because there's something that needs to be moved. Some needs to get moving. There's some energy that needs to be like this, right? And it's not moving because you're not talking, you're not feeling, right? You're not expressing, you're not facing this thing, you're not talking about it, you're not dealing with it. It just keeps coming up and you keep ignoring it, or you just keep being like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that right now. And that's cool. But you're going to feel the way that you feel until you deal with that thing. That's kind of just how it works. So again, you have the choice to either deal with the thing or not. That's the gift of awareness, having the choice to deal with it or not to deal with it. Nobody's gonna force you to deal with it, you know? Nobody's gonna put a stick over your back. Deal with this right now, you bet. Girl, you are your own, right? You go deal with that thing when you choose to deal with it. Nobody's forcing you to do nothing. But I promise you, when you deal with it, you start to feel better, you know? Because now you can see again, now you can hear, now you can feel, now you understand, and now it's time for something new. Because who likes the same thing like over and over? Who likes repeating cycles that don't serve you? Who likes feeling like blah? Do you? I don't. I absolutely do not. I don't. So if you feel like that, you probably have work to do. You need to do that work, or you're gonna keep feeling like that. And this work that we're talking about is not pretend work, okay? It's real. So if you want to think that it's pretend work, good for you, right? Good for you. That's okay. It's okay. But the truth is, it's not pretend for real though. It's not pretend. It's real, right? You do have stuff that you need to do. Heal your inner child. Um, talk to your higher self. Talk to your soul. Heal, let go, move on. Speak up on your own behalf. Re-empower yourself. Remember who you are. If you feel like you don't remember who you are, and if you feel like you're not that one, you need to do something to make sure you are reminded that you are that one, right? Because sometimes little things happen and then you slowly start to feel like you're silenced, or you slowly start, your light starts to dim, and it shows and you feel it, and you feel disconnected, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And you don't know how to get up out of this feeling that you're now in. You don't feel like you're full, like empowered self. You know how it feels. You know how you feel when you feel like full and empowered, right? It's not like a perfect feeling. It's just like a frequency, and you feel it, and you're like, yes, yes. What were you saying? No, no. You're very clear with your boundaries. You're very like, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm sorry. No, you're very expressive. I actually don't feel like I want to do that right now. You know, I do feel like that makes me uncomfortable, and so no. Or you're probably not like a very talky person. You just be like, no, no. You type it, no. The end. You know, and you feel good. You like, yeah. Do you want to come? No, I don't. Because last time you did that, so no. You know, right? No. The end. Sometimes you gotta hype yourself up too. And again, if you need somebody to hype you up, get somebody to hype you up. Right? Right? Yeah. That's what we talking about. That's what I wanted to say. This is I had like a small 3 day, not really 3 day, 2.5 day to myself, and I was so excited because, well, I was excited, but then I was kind of like nervous because I've never been away from my child ever, ever, right? Hello there. We're from Jamaica. Never been away from my child, so I was away for this weekend, just time to myself, and I was like so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meditate so hard. I'm gonna go in a different dimension. Ah! And I got some time to like reset and recenter, because one of the things I wanted was I wanted like the silence to like connect and to feel, because I needed I needed to do some work there. Like if I'm not feeling, baby, I have no sense of direction. Like if I can't feel, because that's my intuition. Like if I can't feel, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what day it is. Where in the world am I? What am I supposed to be doing? I don't know anything, right? So I'm just like, y'all need to get me some free time because I cannot feel anything. I can't even feel myself. So I was really happy for the time, and this is where it led me to talking about this, because now I'm just talking a lot, but yeah, it's been like ongoing. It's ongoing when you keep having dreams about it, and the dreams keep playing out in different ways. It's like your subconscious mind is trying to like close this thing out, so they're like, okay, you could play it out like this, you could do it like this, but baby girl, we gotta wrap this up, okay? So how do you want to do it? Just let us know so we could do something else, honey. Right? We be on this series like for it's been three. It's too long, okay? And we got some other stuff that you need to be doing, but you can't skip this one right here. Oh, that was exhausting, right? So yeah, just do what you gotta do and don't do what you're not supposed to do. It takes you longer, and it's unnecessary. Yeah. Do you have any questions, concerns? Because I ain't got nothing else to say. This was nice. Thank you guys so much for like just chilling and just being there in your numbers, looking nice, smelling good, just being all lovely and saucy and stuff. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys so much. Like I like people, I like people. I like people. I like connections, and I like people. And I like, damn. Yeah. So I'm very appreciative. Even if people just like pass through the live, like, I love you guys. I love that you choose to swipe, to listen, to share, to to share in the energy. I am really appreciative. And I'm very appreciative of you, Charmaine, because girl, you know I be talking to the abnormal manners. Yep. I'm done. So that's it. Right? That's all I have. I feel so much better. You see what I'm talking about? Just do what you gotta do. I feel so much better that I did the thing that I said I was gonna do. Right? Michelle, you better type that question, girl. You don't got me on this live talking about my feelings and stuff, which is very normal for me. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm a talk. Right? Keith would say, you can't heal it if you can't feel it, which is why if I cannot feel, I'm like, no, this is like emergency. I need to check in like the ER. And by ER, I mean like intensive care where all the angels are and stuff. Because it's like 911 type of situation. Because what the hell am I supposed to do if I can't feel? Right? Michelle, I have a cough. It's awful. Right? So if you can't feel, that's an indication that you need to do something about that. It was connected to the dream. What about what was connected to, oh, the question. Okay, ask about the, what's the question, Michelle? Girl, do you see my hair? I'm gonna wait for Michelle's question. What the hell is that? Earlier I had a thought. BR. Well, what I do know is like the thing that I was like needing to take care of, right? It was supposed to be BRB. Okay. Charmaine, what does Turk mean? Am I old? Older than I thought? With the dream, right? It was like I would like have dreams about this a situation like every single night, and like in one night I would have like 3 dreams about the one situation, and it's playing out in different ways. This is my thought earlier. Do you travel to timelines most beneficial for the moment, or the ones you align with? And since you mentioned dreams, I'm gonna ask you. And since you mentioned dreams, and since you mentioned dreams in, oh, I'm gonna ask you. So you're asking me if I travel to timelines. I do feel like, well, let me see. I was intending to come back to this thought. It was a reflection thought. Okay. I do feel like because the dream world itself is like a place where we go to resolve unresolved issues, I do feel like sometimes the dreams are kind of like designed. So I don't know if I would call it like a timeline. That's a different thing, like for me, what I was talking about, right? But I'm going to address something else. The dreams are designed to help us work out things, right? So the higher self kind of like sets up dreams, like, okay, you know, now you're in this dream, and oh, I was in the dream and I was cussing her out. And you were saying every single thing in the dream that you would not do while you were awake, because you're like, no, I'm not going to do that to that person. Or, no, I'm not going to say that. But in the dream, baby, your mouth have no filter. Days catching these hands and everything in the dream, because you need to express yourself, and also you need to deal with this thing. And so your higher self has designed a way to help you like get through this, because it wants you to move on from this thing. And so when you wake up and you do nothing about the situation, then you keep dreaming about it. Well, that's how it works with me. That's how they do me. You keep dreaming about it because they're trying to like resolve it. They're trying to resolve it in the dream realm on an energetic level. And so when I noticed that, when I used to start kind of like, okay, I'm at peace with this thing, the dreams were less. And then when it would come back up, then the dreams would like kind of like resume, okay, you know, and that type of stuff. But in terms of like traveling to timelines that are beneficial to you, I do feel like that happens as well. Definitely, girl. I do feel like that happens as well. Like, you go to timelines to see stuff, like, or to understand stuff. Um, that you go to timelines that like empower you sometimes. You know how, for example, I remember I was like, I just wish I could see the energy that flows through me, and then I ended up in a space where I could see the energy and I could like feel and experience the instantaneous healing and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I do when I do these sessions with people, right? And so that gave me like a boost in confidence, and like, okay, so I know this to be true, you know, kind of like boosting you. I went to that timeline where that happened. So I do feel like, or travels support us, whether it's just for adventure, because we definitely just be traveling to different timelines and dimensions and places just for adventure, because we have an adventure awake and asleep. So there's that. But one thing that started happening to me, I think after I watched this movie about time travel. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I no, it wasn't a movie. It was a video of a guy that was talking about him astral traveling, and then it started happening to me where he was like saying, you know, when you're going to bed and you start to feel like it's kind of like sleep paralysis, and so you like pull yourself up because you're like, oh, you're losing control. And then he was like, go into that, like ease into that, like don't come up out of that. And then what happens is you can actually like take yourself out of your body. And so normally when I feel like the sleep paralysis coming on, I'm like, oh hell no, nigga, I ain't go nowhere with you. So then I stopped doing that and I started to like ease in. I remember I did a session which was like maybe 3 years ago, and that did come up as well with the time when I saw Treb, and then all that good stuff. So then I started to like ease into the paralysis feeling, and I realized I was able to kind of like just roll out of my body like so much easier and go to places and like experience things and like see things. And that was happening like for 2 nights or 3 nights, I think. But then I would wake up like tired, because it wasn't really sleeping, because I was like very active, like very going here. And when I go places, I always try to find out like the time, like what year is it, like where am I. So I'm asking like a bunch of questions because I want to know where I am, and I try to like find out other stuff. So when I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, bro. I did not sleep, right? So then I was like, nah, I need to stop. I'm tired. My body was tired. I was like, I must not be doing, like, I don't know. I need to go ground. I remember I woke up and I was so spacey. I was like, oh my gosh, please, I'm not doing this again tonight. Yeah, and I just never did it again. But it's nice. It's fun. It's cool. I hope that answered your question. I was like, I was talking. There's a lot of talking. But I do hope that answered your question. Charmaine, any questions? Okay, good. Charmaine Oracle Brown, do you have any questions, ma'am? You understand. Fantastico. Alrighty, I think that's it, right? I hope I'll see you guys again soon, and we'll talk again soon. Okay? Have an amazing rest of the night. I love you all so much, and keep working on you. Keep doing your best. And what the saying say? Do your best and God will do the rest. That's what the saying say. Okay. Bye bye.